Hello boys and girls, I hope that you are very well today. So last time we saw that the Israelites continued to grumble against God and never seemed thankful for what God was doing for them. So let's keep reading in the book of Numbers to find out what happened next.
Our question today is, did the Israelites enter the promised land this time? We have learned that God rescued the Israelites out of Egypt and took them safely through the Red Sea. They settled at Mount Sinai for about a year, and they sinned very badly and worshipped the golden calf, and God was very angry. But God answered Moses' prayer and said that he would still lead the Israelites to the promised land. God gave Moses the 10 Commandments and instructions on how to build the tabernacle and how to make sacrifices. And then they left Mount Sinai, but they continued to grumble about the manna God had sent them. They traveled again for about a year until they reached the desert of Paran and the town of Kadesh Barnea. Here God told Moses to send 12 men, one from each tribe, into the land of Canaan, the promised land, to spy out the land. Now you might be getting excited. For some time we have known that God has been promising to take the Israelites to the promised land. Is that finally going to happen now? Well, let's read Numbers chapter 13 to find out what happened. So the 12 spies traveled all over the land of Canaan, and after 40 days they returned to Moses. They brought back grapes that were so big 2 men had to carry them. There was so much good fruit in the land. So now you're probably thinking, yay! Soon the Israelites will enter this amazing land. But, 10 of the spies started saying this. Let's read Numbers chapter 13 from verse 31. We are not able to go up against the people, for they are stronger than we are. The land is a land that devours its inhabitants, and all the people that we saw in it are of great height, and we seem to ourselves like grasshoppers, and so we seem to them. These 10 spies said, the people who live in the land are so strong, and the cities are so powerful, and our enemies are everywhere. They are too strong for us. We just tiny like grasshoppers. We can never defeat them. They will kill us. So all the people started crying. They cried the whole night. They grumbled to Moses. They said, it would be better if we went back to Egypt. Let's choose a new leader and go back to Egypt. Oh, my dear young friends, God had shown the Israelites how strong He is. He had rescued them from Egypt with many mighty plagues. He had opened the sea for them to walk on and given them food every day. And now what do? They said that God was not strong enough to protect them, that God would not keep His promises to take them into the new land, and they turned their backs on Moses and on God. What a very sad day. So our question today is, did the Israelites enter the promised land this time? And the answer is, the Israelites did not trust that God could keep His promise, and so they decided not to enter the promised land. So now what? God has taken them to the promised land, and they want to return to Egypt. So I'm sure you're still wondering if God is going to give up on the Israelites. Well, we will just have to keep reading. But this week, read Numbers chapter 13. And when you pray, praise God for His faithfulness to His promises. God always does what He says He will do.
Do have a wonderful week. God bless. Bye.